One Minecraft chunk takes up a 16 by 16 by 384 area. For my guild's industrial area, I'll be removing 4 of these chunks completely. That is 65,000 stone, 65,000 deep slate, and 3,500 bedrock. This may seem like an impossible task, but using portals, you can replace bedrock or any block you want with obsidian. Even though this project is possible, it'll be far from easy. To make the portals spawn on the bedrock, I'll have to stop it from spawning everywhere else, including caves. I went to the remaining areas that were not covered in water, and covered them in water. Now the only spot for portals to spawn on is the bedrock. If there's 3,500 bedrock, and each portal removes 3 bedrock on average, that means I will break 16,333 obsidian on average. That's 9.45 shulker boxes of obsidian and 7.03 hours of mining obsidian, with an extra 5 hours of going through portals. I don't know if you've ever done a 12-hour project, but it is actually quite long. I finally got most of the bedrock down to 1 layer and a section that's still 5 blocks tall, when I realized that the room I spent hours in was a 24 by 32 instead of a 32 by 32. Don't worry, I did pass math class, but I had half of the bedrock breaking left to do, and it already felt like a lot of work. I didn't know if I had enough motivation to go for another 6 hours, plus however long it'll take to destroy the entire hole, just for a cool hole. But this project isn't about the hole. It's about accomplishing something that seems impossible, and overcoming a challenge. I couldn't waste 6 hours for nothing, so I got back to work. I came up with a better portal system that is quite simple. It's just 2 portals. After 12 hours of breaking bedrock, 7 of those being obsidian breaking, I finally broke all the bedrock that I needed to break. I got ready to break the 32 by 32 hole down to bedrock. I would need a lot of shulker boxes to store all this stone, so I brought all my shulkers and started digging down, through sand, sandstone, and stone. Until I ended up at deep slate. Deep slate is the first block that while digging down is not insta-mineable, so it'll take a lot longer to mine. To see if I could speed up the process, I tested a few techniques. Technique number 1 is regular mining. This is probably what you're currently doing. It gives 2.5 stacks of deep slate per minute. Number 2 is a method that I showed a few episodes ago, but I can mine every block faster instead of every other. This method gives 4 stacks of deep slate per minute. Number 3 is a spam left click in a way that makes blocks break faster because Minecraft Bedrock Edition. To do this method, you'll need to spam left click, but have it click down more than up at the right CPS. It's a bit of a confusing and weird strategy, and it also gives 4 stacks of deep slate per minute. Number 4 is using withers. I know this will be the fastest, but it's not very controllable. So I only had one wither fight to get a star for the beacon, and then I went with method 3 from now on. This is the last block of deep slate in this entire 08. Now after too many hours, I have finally finished the hole. A project that seemed impossible to most people, and at sometimes impossible to myself. Sometimes all it takes to overcome a supposedly impossible challenge is a different approach and hard work.